So the next topic is income tax scheme. So there are 3 income taxation schemes under the National Internal Revenue Code. So meron tayong final income tax, meron din tayong capital gains tax, and then meron din tayong regular income tax. So ano nga ba ang definition ng final income tax? So before nun, bakit nga ba tayo nagkakaroon ng tinatawag natin na final income tax? So ito ay tax on the passive income. So when we say passive income, ito yung kumikita ka kahit hindi ka nagtatrabaho. So for example nito ay ang deposit natin sa bangko. Ayan. So kung may deposit tayo sa bangko, is kumikita yun ng tinatawag natin na interest income. Ayan. And for that, doon sa kita natin na interest income, ay nagkakaroon yun ng final tax. So, when we say final withholding tax system, the final withholding system imposes upon the person making income payments the responsibility to withhold the tax. So, the tax will be deducted at source is final. The taxpayer receives the income net of tax, and there would be no need for him to file an income tax return. So, hindi na kailangan na yung mga nakaka-receive ng final tax natin ay magkakaroon pa sila ng filing ng kanilang income tax return. So, ang nare-receive na lang nila ay yung tinatawag natin na net of tax. So, kung mapapansin natin sa bangko, yung mga interest income natin ay net of tax yung mga yon. So, what is the rationale of final income taxation? So, the final withholding tax is built upon taxpayer and government convenience. So, bakit? It relieves the taxpayer of the obligation to file an income tax return. So, hindi na mahihirapan ang taxpayer. And for the government, the final withholding system is the most convenient and effective system in collecting taxes on income where there is a high risk of non-compliance or tax evasion. Kasi kung minsan, kapag may passive income tayo, ang tendency ng mga tao ay minsan hindi na nila dinideclare yon sa BIR or Bureau of Internal Revenue. So, kaya na-invento nila itong tinatawag natin na final withholding tax system. So, yan yung mga different passive incomes natin. Yan, so we have interest, foreign currency deposit, dividend, royalties, and etc. And then, nakapaloob din dyan yung tinatawag natin na final tax rate. So, dito, kailangan nating mag-memorize ng mga tax rates. And, eto pa. So, prices and winnings. Ayan. So, informer's reward, tax-free corporate covenant bond. Ayan, so andyan lahat ng final tax natin. So, kailangan nyo siyang i-memorize. And next, we have the capital asset. So, ano nga ba ang definition ng capital asset? So, ang capital asset is defined as capital asset are those that are not an ordinary asset. So, yun yung definition ng capital asset. So, para mas maintindihan natin yung capital asset, ay i-define muna natin yung tinatawag natin na ordinary asset. So, an ordinary asset includes a stock in trade or other property which would properly be included in the inventory at year-end. Tapos, property primarily held for sale in the ordinary course of trade or business. Tapos, property used in the business subject to depreciation. Ayan, so, and real property used in trade or business. So, kung mapapansin natin dito, yung mga ordinary asset ay sila yung mga asset na ginagamit sa business. So, yan. So, a capital asset is not an ordinary asset. So, yun yung definition ng ating capital asset. Next ay taxation of gains on dealing in properties. So, meron tayong dalawa. na klase ng gains. Meron tayong ordinary gains and we have the capital gains. Ayan. So, in ordinary gains, ang applicable tax dito ay yung tinatawag natin na regular income tax. So, kapag sa regular income tax, meron tayong dalawa. For individual, we have the progressive tax, ang tax rate niya. So, ibig sabihin nun, habang tumataas ang income ng isang individual, syempre, tumataas din yung kanyang tax rate. So, yun yung ibig sabihin ng progressive tax. When we say corporation naman, ang corporate income tax niya ay 30%. But, noong July 1, 2020, na-implement na ang corporate income tax natin ay 25%. Ayan. Tapos, sa June 1, 2021, ang corporate income tax lang natin ay 24%. So, pababa ng pababa siya ng 1% every year hanggang sa umabot siya ng 2027 na ang income or ang corporate income tax na lang natin ay 20% at magiging constant na siya in the years beyond. Ayan. So, next ay, meron tayong capital gains. Ang applicable tax nila ay dalawa. We have the capital gains tax and the regular income tax. So, dito tayo sa sale of domestic stock directly to buyer. Or, minsan tinatawag din ito na sale of domestic stocks not traded and not listed. So, pareho lang ang ibig sabihin nun. So, we have 15%. Minsan, madaming nalilito dito kasi ito ay binago siya when it comes to train law. Pero may naiwan doon. So, i-clarify lang natin para mas malinaw. Kapag ang seller ay individual or domestic corporation, ang tax rate natin ay 15% of the net capital gains. Pero, kung ang seller natin ay foreign corporation, whether it is a resident foreign corporation or a non-resident foreign corporation, we have, ang tax rate natin ay 5% on the first 100,000 of the net capital gain and 10% on the excess. So, marami pa rin nalilito dito. So, at least na-clarify na natin. Next ay, we have the sale of real property. So, when you say sale of real property, it is a sale, exchange, or other disposition of real property located in the Philippines. So, ang 6% na yan ay it is the higher between the gross selling price and the fair market value. So, next tayo ay sa sale of personal properties. Ayan, so, dyan ay regular income tax naman tayo. And then, ayan, we have the seller of stocks and ano yung mga applicable tax rate nila. So, we have the dealer of stock. Ayan. So, kapag sinabing dealer, ay sila yung normally na nag-trade ng mga stocks. So, ibig sabihin nito, yan talaga yung trabaho nila. So, ang applicable tax dyan ay the regular income tax. So, when we say non-dealer of stock naman, ay we have two. Meron tayong tinatawag na directly to buyer. Yan yung kakadiscuss lang natin kanina. And, meron din tayong non-dealer of stocks through Philippine Stock Exchange or yung listed and traded naman. So, ang applicable tax niyan ay percentage tax which is 6/10 of 1% or 0.6%. So, ayan yung applicable tax rates nila. So, hanggang dyan lang muna tayo and God bless sa ating lahat.